The human brain is easily one of the most complex systems in the world. Why do we have dreams? Why are some people more intelligent than others? How are we able to recall memories that are decades old? These questions may sound simple, but the answers to them are anything but. As science progresses, not only are we learning more about the human brain, but we're also integrating it with technology. NeuraLink is one of the most innovative and controversial companies out there, and it deals with all that we've just talked about. And in today's video, we'll give you the scoop on just that. So, without any further ado, let's jump right in. NeuraLink, the intersection between man and machine. Is the world ready for this technology? If you had the opportunity to take the limitless pill, would you? What about having perfect recall or even downloading your consciousness into a new body? That is what billionaire Elon Musk has envisioned for our future. In the future, imagine humans with the ability to communicate without words, have superhuman abilities in subjects like math and science and even space navigation, or extremely high probability decision-making capabilities. Today, NeuraLink Corporation, a nanotechnology company that develops implantable brain-machine interfaces, is at the beginning stages of this reality. In March of 2019, Elon Musk's company, NeuraLink, announced that they had developed a brain chip that could be implanted into humans. The NeuraLink website describes this device as the first neural implant that will let you control a computer or mobile device anywhere you go. Micron-scale threads are inserted into areas of the brain that control movement. Each thread contains many electrodes and connects them to an implant, the link. Enjoying the video so far? Well, why don't you go ahead and smash those like and subscribe buttons. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss out on future content. How the brain works and how NeuraLink works. Your brain is composed of neurons that form a network and talk to each other through synapses, which are the connection points between neurons. They communicate with chemical signals known as neurotransmitters. When the brain receives a stimulus, neurotransmitters are released and the information is transferred from neuron to neuron. Your thoughts, memories, and conscious are essentially a culmination of this process happening over and over again times 100 billion. NeuraLink and other brainwave devices use these electrical reactions to study your brain activity. They can place tiny electrical wiring close to these neurons to measure and interpret what is happening in the brain. Usually, when humans do repetitive tasks, the same neurons will fire over and over again, making the measuring and interpretation process consistent. NeuraLink plans to add to the capability of humans by adding a proverbial third dimension of brain activity whereby humans can access more neurons regularly and even save neuroactivity for playback later. The NeuraLink device can even connect and replace neural activity that may have lost function or capability. What problem is NeuraLink really trying to solve? NeuraLink's chip is designed to help humans merge with AI, creating a cyborg-like species. Right now, humans use keyboards, microphones, and touchscreens to interface with computers, which Elon Musk describes as the bandwidth problem of slow input. NeuraLink plans to cut this interface time exponentially by allowing humans to instantly interface with machines. Brain-machine interfaces are essentially solving this issue utilizing a device like NeuraLink, which can help humans to have an embedded Siri of sorts. You may have a thought for a prosthetic arm, send that thought to a machine or receive input from a machine, and NeuraLink will receive the data and allow your brain to process this data quickly. Getting approval for BMIs is not easy, however. Companies cannot simply test these products on humans without extensive review by government agencies like the FDA. However, in the test trials, NeuraLink has allowed humans to control computer cursors, robotic limbs, and speech synthesizers. NeuraLink currently has around 250 electrodes for receiving data. Each electrode strand is inserted into the patient's brain in distinct locations to capture specific brain activity. The base of the device sits flush within the skull. NeuraLink has built a robot to perform this surgery with precision accuracy similar to LASIK eye surgery. The threads on the link are so fine and flexible that they can't be inserted by the human hand. Instead, NeuraLink is building a robotic system that the neurosurgeon can use to reliably and efficiently insert these threads exactly where they need to be. Each thread is inserted into the brain where readings are to take place between neurons. These threads can not only read data but also input data. The surgery is designed to be completely non-invasive and could be done in a small office very quickly instead of a hospital. Isn't all of this crazy technology so exciting? Imagine what the world would look like if NeuraLink actually became the norm. Keep watching to find out what real-life application of this tech might look like, the future and expectations of this technology. The possibilities of this technology are endless. Just like computers have evolved over time, NeuraLink plans to do the same. Imagine a life where not only can you interface with your computer without the need for a mouse and keyboard, but you can interface with every electronic device around you. Play video games, transfer payments, receive messages, learn languages, and more. This is possible with NeuraLink. Not only will NeuraLinks be able to interface with the electronics around you, but also with each other. Imagine the possibility of sending a memory to someone else. Today, this is done with photos and videos, but NeuraLink also has the potential to also send the feelings of the moment along with it. Musk hopes that the company's technology will one day not only treat but cure brain disorders and even save memories so people can revisit them like photo albums. Now that's a bold claim, but you can't help but feel excited about the possibilities. Helping paraplegics walk and curing brain disorders are obviously noble goals. And hey, ordering a pizza just by thinking about it sounds pretty cool. But experts are concerned that Musk is overhyping what NeuraLink's implants will be able to achieve. Musk has been a vocal critic of AI, warning people about what the world would look like if it were to take over. Now, a Transformers-esque scenario does sound quite scary, but who's to say what would happen? Musk once said that even in a non-existent AI scenario, we will be left behind. But if we have a brain-machine interface, we can actually go along for the ride. Clearly, here he was referring to NeuraLink and how his company could help solve the AI problem if it were to happen. We have to say that the kind of superintelligence Musk is apprehensive of remains science fiction, with computer scientists divided on when and even whether it will ever arrive. Many think he's easily at least a few decades off. But Musk has always been known to be a pioneer and an optimist. The other thing is that Musk envisions his brain-computer interface as a two-way communication mechanism. So, in the case that NeuraLink succeeds in delivering on Musk's great vision, its brain implants could just as easily be used by independent machines to control humans. Or, as Musk hopes, they could be a means for humans to ensure our dominance over super-intelligent machines. But either way, the technological advances necessary to allow that kind of high-bandwidth brain-computer mind mix are also years, if not decades, away. Moving on, another possibility is that NeuraLink will be able to insert the brain chip in less than an hour without having to use general anesthesia. Each of the 64 threads that transfer electrodes for monitoring brain activity is much finer than even the thinnest human hair. These electrodes connect to the link device itself, which is about the diameter of a quarter and around 5 times as thick. Also, it sits in a hole drilled into the skull. The brain on its own has no pain receptors, and brain surgery is already usually carried out under local anesthesia. So, it is very much possible that NeuraLink will be able to deliver on this promise. But we have to consider that the surgical robot it intends to use to implant its brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, has not yet been proven in clinical testing. And it goes without saying that there could obviously be risks associated with drilling into the skull and bleeding during electrode implantation. Musk has heavily invested in the first iterations of this technology and plans to start human trials as early as late 2022. The technology is still in development, but if it works as intended, it could change the course of human evolution. It could fundamentally change how humans communicate with each other and the world around them. This technology could be as revolutionary as the internet or computers. This technology, although viewed previously as impossible, is just as plausible as spaceflight to someone in the 1800s. These innovations push not only society but humans forward. This technology will continue to get better and better until our children grow up in a world where NeuroLinks are the norm. They'll be implanted at birth and change humanity as an entire species. Although we think humans have evolved into a digital age, we have no clue of what's to come. And with that, today's video comes to a close. So, what do you think about NeuraLink? Are you one of the skeptics who thinks this takes technology too far, or will you welcome it with open arms? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Before you go, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.